Hey everybody, how's it going? Well, I'm going to do a quick review of the Traditions, imported by Traditions, made by Chiappa. The model 1842 Springfield smoothbore musket, 69 caliber percussion. I recently got this not too long ago, and I had to wait for my ammunition to arrive in the mail. And I already did a video shooting about this musket. Basically, it was just shooting the buck and ball. I've always wanted a 69 smoothbore so I could shoot buck and ball. So I went with the Traditions, model 1842. I have two other Chiappa rifles, carbines, and just a little bit of history with my luck with Chiappas. This one's the Spencer, and nice little carbine. The trigger pull, the trigger weight on this thing, I don't think there's a trigger gauge that can go that high. That's how heavy of a trigger pull is on that rifle, that carbine. My trigger gauge won't go that high. I'm sure there are some, but yeah. I bet you it's probably at least 15 pounds or better. It's that bad. But anyways, that's that. This is my second Chiappa, model 1863, that's been converted over to cartridge. And this one's in 4570 because that's what I reload, and it's easier to find 4570 than it is the original 5070 cartridge, I believe. But this had to go back. It had some issues, lock issues. Now, technically, to be safe, you're supposed to bring it half cocked, drop the breech, insert your cartridge, close the breech, bring it back to full cock, fire. Well, I'm sure that's not how they did it back in the day, especially if somebody was coming towards you hell-bent on removing your scalp and stringing you out for the ants, or else just downright killing you. I'm sure they would have brought it back to full cock, dropped the breech, inserted a new cartridge, closed the breech, then fire. That's a lot quicker. Well, in doing so, with this rifle, if you bring that breech block back up, it would automatically drop the hammer. So I sent it in. They said they fixed it. They did not. It's better, but it still will do it every once in a while. So when I'm using that method, I got to make sure that that barrel's pointed at a safe direction. So that's my second Chiappa. Okay, so this is my third, model 1842. Now when I first got it, lock issues as well. I've only shot this one time thus far, and that was making that video with the buck and ball. When I first got it, you bring the hammer back, pull the trigger, and it would go into the lock position, and that's it. It wouldn't drop all the way down onto the cone. I just kind of, worked it back and forth, and then finally she started working, and she'd fall all the way down. So I went out and shot it, and of course, if you saw that video I made, it's obvious that I shot it and it worked. But so lock issues on this, hopefully it's resolved itself. I'm going to take it out and shoot it again for the second time here in a little bit. So lock issues to begin with, and then the stock. This isn't very important, but I just thought, it is kind of, it is what it is. But it's not very smooth. You can run your hand along here, and you can just feel little bumps. So they really didn't finish the stock out as well as they did with these other two. This is smooth, and I'm Helen Keller. I'm sorry, that's poor taste of joke, but yeah, it's like Braille, if you didn't understand that. But anyways, so those are the two issues I've had with this rifle. Hopefully the lock, it's taken care of. But I'm going to take it outside and shoot it at 50 yards and then 100 yards. I ordered, and they just came in from papercartridges.com. Oh, my light went off. I got a motion sensor. There we go. So before I was using buck and ball, and then just a naked ball down the barrel the first time I shot it. So I ordered some cartridges with the 6.662 ball, and I've loaded those up with powder and folded them. So I'm gonna shoot those at 50 and 100 yards and see if I can hit the target. When I did that other video, I think I was at like 40 yards. So I'm gonna step back a little further and see how it does. So, all right, let me grab my gear and we'll go outside and do some shooting. Yep, Chiappa quality right there. She was working, and now she doesn't work. Let me try to jerk the trigger real quick. Ah, Chiappa. No shooting today. I was able to bust 2 caps, just caps to clean out make sure everything was cleaned out, and then I'm gonna try her and for a third one, and nothing. So here's the lock. I pulled it off, and you can see it's clean, not dirty or gummed up. But if I do it with the lockout off the firearm, it works all right. But when I put her back in, she starts hanging up again. So I guess it's time to call Traditions and see what they want to do about it. I own a handful of David Pedersoli rifles. No issue whatsoever with those. Yeah. Chiappa versus David Pedersoli. Go with the David Pedersoli every time. Alright, thanks for watching. Stay tuned, and I'll see what Traditions says. They're probably closed, so I'll have to contact them tomorrow. Take care. Safe shooting.